anymore. If you won't stand with me, if you won't go with me, I'm gonna go on by myself. If you won't fight with me, if you won't believe with me, I'm gonna walk on by myself. I've got this burning fire deep in my soul, and I can't escape this lonely, lonely flame. My journey may go down an old rugged road, but I keep on pressing, 'cause I'm not afraid anymore. If you won't stand with me, if you won't go with me, I'm gonna go on by myself, yeah. If you won't fight with me, if you won't believe with me, I'm gonna walk on by myself. I can see clearly now. Finally I open my eyes. Yeah, my future's my responsibility. Now I realize that if nobody helps carry my cross, I still gotta go on. If you won't stand with me, if you won't go with me, I'm gonna go on by myself. If you won't fight with me, if you don't believe with me, I'm gonna walk on by myself. If you won't stand with me, if you won't go with me, I'll go on by myself. If you won't fight with me, and if you won't believe with me, I'm gonna walk on by myself. Sometimes I feel like I wanna throw my hands up, 'cause I can't breathe, but I'm still gonna go on by myself. Sometimes I wanna say, I'm gonna walk on by myself,
Unveiled Treasures Bookstore. We offer a variety of items: church supplies, homeschool resources, music, books, and gifts. Our free ministry partners online affiliate program provides a collection of Christian resources. Unveiled Treasures, exquisite jewels to enrich your soul.
12 Steps to Survive, Thrive, and Boss Up After a Breakup is my 8-week signature coaching program designed to reset your mind, body, and spirit. Hi, my name is Shantae Proctor, the Breakup Coach. I am an author, speaker, and certified life coach. I wrote my new book and developed my coaching program after I healed from toxic relationships and narcissistic abuse. I help amazing women and a few good men survive, thrive, and boss up after a breakup. The next program launches Tuesday, September the 28th. Contact me at coachshantaeproctor@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook at Shantae Proctor and Instagram at Shantae Proctor Life Coach. You can also DM me if you are experiencing challenges, fears, or frustrations due to your breakup.
They said it was wrong to promote me, that I wasn't ready, that I would fail.
Those who have betrayed me must pay.
You're the first black agent. Don't be the last.
Revenge is all I have left.
The CIA cannot get involved, so you're on your own.
Aren't we all?
I'm a man who gets what he wants.
Just get me the money. You have 24 hours.
What you want, baby, I got what you need. You know I got it. All I'm asking is for the respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you come home, darling, I'm every woman. It's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. Everyone from A to Z.
This is George Vincent of Heavenly Deposit and Enter the Diamond. Check out Level Up each and every Sunday. Keep it locked right here.
Hi, this is Terry Cummings, 18-year veteran of the NBA. Keep it locked right here as we level up, giving a voice to the unvoiced with real talk that takes you higher. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
This is Minister April Leland, the spiritual soldier, your master motivator, your inspirational innovator. I want you to level up with me and Angie from the B every Sunday.
Hey, this is Shantae, the Breakup Coach. Level up with me and Angie from the B.
And welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is watching on Facebook, you can head on over to The Real Level Up. That's The Real Level Up on YouTube. Yes, for a few weeks now, we will be doing a simulcast on YouTube and Facebook, but very soon we will be going exclusively on YouTube. So I don't want anyone to miss another one of our live shows. So head on over to The Real Level Up on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get right back into our conversation. We have in the studio, by way of Blue Jeans, because we are trying to be COVID compliant, We got Alvin Garrett in the studio, all the way from sunny. Can I say sunny?
Yeah.
Alabama.
Sunny Alabama. How y'all doing?
Man, we are doing just fine and just, happy that you were able to squeeze us into your busy bit. Look, brother, it's okay.
You know how I go, Angie, with them celebrities. You got to be either on the A list or the B list. Hopefully, I think we on the A list.
Yes, you on the A for Alvin list. You on the A for A right now.
I gotta get my T-shirt from you, brother. We gotta talk offline. I gotta get one of them. I gotta put you out there in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
I got you. Well, what we need to do is get me on over there to sing live, and then we'll just have them for everybody. That's what we need to do.
You know what?
Look.
That, yeah.
Don't put it past us.
We gotta talk.
We gotta talk. We gotta get Alvin in the A. Alvin in the A.
Yeah.
Imagine that would blow up. Alvin in the A, boy.
Alvin in the A.
Come on.
And it won't be like that. It won't be like that other concert that they threw here in Atlanta where folks was not happy and wanted a refund.
No, we all about that customer service.
I know you never go down that road, Alvin. I know you wouldn't do folks like that, brother.
No, I would be on the D list and the F list if I was the king. And as they say in the country, you be in the outhouse, you know.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm vibing off that new cut. I'm vibing off the new cut album. I mean, the Elvis Pettis Bridge and the message of the song, but you always bring that kind of flavor to it where you just kind of draw folk in and you listen to, because you got something to say. That's the other point part for me. I'm listening to the music is good, but the words are excellent.
No, Nolan, hold on. There might be a couple of people who don't know, all of what we're talking about. Now, we know that Alvin has a lot of fans on the show, but let's talk to the people who just like, okay, who are they talking? They sure are very familiar with him. Who is this guy?
That's right, because I always take the humble approach to this thing, and no matter what I've accomplished, I always understand that I am still being discovered by a lot of people. So it's never hurts to give people to catch up and to hear and see. I'm getting a little feedback. Boom, boom.
Oh, you are.
To hear and see who I am. And so as a song, I've been a musician, gospel and R&B. I've toured as the musical director way back in the days with music. American Idol winner Ruben Studdard. Grew up in church playing bass, but that took me on the road as an R&B musician. Played in the band with the one and only PJ Morton called Freestyle Nation as the bass guitarist. They called me Cornbread back then. They said Cornbread. And I just got over into songwriting, and I've written a lot of great music for R&B artists as well as gospel artists. But let me talk about my gospel folk first, because you got to give it up to the big dog first. You know
Come on.
So here recently, coming into 2021, I had the #1 song on the gospel Billboard charts, a song called Patiently Praising, which was performed by Lowell Pye. I wrote that. A lot of people didn't know I wrote that song with my man Fred Jerkins. Yes. And Dietrich Haddon, Trinity 5-7, got a Grammy nomination for writing some music for them back in 2012. Some Dove Award, Stellar Award with Dietrich Haddon. I worked with Demita Chandler, Yana Crowley, worked with Alexis Spite, a lot of household names in the gospel music. I've been behind the scenes as a vocal producer and a writer. Darwin Hobbs, can't leave out my man Darwin Hobbs. And on the R&B side, artists such as Joe and Fantasia. I mentioned Ruben Studdard, Noel Gordine. So as a writer, I've been around a lot longer than an artist. My artistry sort of started in 2010 when I sort of committed to letting people get to know who I am as an artist. And here I am over 10 years later, 4 projects, a lot of good music that I put out there, and we'll share some of that today. But most of all, what I'm so excited about with my journey is that I have a testimony of endurance. endurance and evolution. I've evolved from being just a background musician to a respected vocalist and artist now. And it's one thing to change directions, but it's another thing to get to a place of respect when you change directions. And for when people now who hear my music and discover me now to say, wait a minute, you played the bass? That's good because that's all people knew me for 10 years plus ago. He's a bass player. Now they can say, no, he's Alvin Garrett. So that's how I'm bringing everybody up to speed. And so I'm excited to be here to talk with you. And when I came in on the broadcast, you mentioned earlier about me writing songs that make you think. And then you were talking about Alzheimer's and your personal experience. And several years ago, wrote a song called "I Know It's You," and that's I was reached out to by some researchers, actually friends that were researching to sort of come up with treatment for Alzheimer's, and they asked us to write a song to sort of bring awareness and help them raise money, and wrote this song not from the perspective of singing to those suffering from Alzheimer's, but from that memory capsule of those who were going through it, singing to the caregivers and families. So when you listen to this song, the song speaks for the person who can't speak for themselves anymore. Very unique and heart-touching song. And it says, I know it's you. Don't be ashamed. Even though I can't say that I know your name, the memories in my heart never fade. And that's a song that we put out many years ago. So hopefully at some point during this broadcast, we'll get a chance to share that since you all were talking about that when I came in. So just wanted to point that out.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that because, wow, Alvin, it's refreshing to know you as an artist and you as a writer as well, that you can write from different perspectives. You know what I mean? Because some people will try to write from one perspective and forget about the other one. But it brings it full circle when artists understand that people are in different lanes in their lives. And when you just kind of bring that to the forefront, like, hey, let's not forget about, because people do, the caregiver.
Yes.
So it's part of the reason why I'm in a place where I am right now, because I'm looking out for the caregiver. Those who are around me, they close friends know where I am right now. I've been out of town for a long time, but I'm not just looking after the person who needs the attention, but I'm also looking out for the caregiver because people forget. And I've had so many people to say to me that, Angie, we just lost mom or we just lost grandma. Wait a minute. Grandma wasn't the one sick. But people are now starting to understand that we've got to take care of the caregiver as well. Give them a break. Take them out somewhere. Bring a meal. And here you are, Alvin. I'm writing a song for y'all. Thank you, Alvin.
And when you listen to it, you must grab you some tissue because we prayed. And actually, Ruben Studdard and myself wrote that song called "I Know It's You." And we prayed to say, well, when people hear this song, we want them to hear it from that person who's lost that voice, to know that the spirit doesn't ever lose a memory, right? Even if the mind fades, the memory of the heart, when we get over there, I'm going to know who you are. But why not have a song to get you through that tough period when you're engaging a loved one who may have lost the ability to let you know that they know who you are? But that song, when you're on the way of, can encourage you and let you know, hey, it's going to be all right. You know what I mean? And that's the power of music. And that's the power of songwriting. And that is something that, in terms of my process, I always think about my listeners. When I'm writing music, I always determine what I want my listeners to feel. Not just what I want to say, right? But what do I want you to hear? What do I want you to feel when I'm making my music?
That's a difference too, Alvin, because of simple fact that you're writing to your audience. It's not about, well, I'm gonna put out what's popular, what's popping right now, and what people are listening to on the radio to get those, I guess, those clicks or those moving up on the charts. It's more of, no, I want to do something of substance that's going to resonate with people, that's going to move people, and that's going to help me share what God has put inside of me. And as you know, you've been in the business for a long time, how easily it could get where you could start off like that, but slowly but surely you end up getting off that path and moving into other things. But being able to maintain, I'm gonna be true to what God gifted me with, and regardless of what happens, I'm gonna stick to that path. Can't be an easy thing at all the time, but the fact that you're sticking with it is a testament to you, because a lot of people have started down that road but have drifted off that road.
That's right. That's right. And oftentimes it's because, I say when you're trying to sell music, right? You say you got to do what sells. But I'm not selling music. Music is selling me. My music sells me. And so in today's time with streaming, most people don't focus on the actual business of music. They just focus on the creative and the entertainment of it. But I focus on the business. It takes so many streams to get me what I could get selling this t-shirt, right? So streaming does not pay bills unless you're really, 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 really popping. And so I've had to develop a business model in this new streaming age that says, let me sell lifestyle, let me sell ideas that make people buy me. And I can sell you much more expensive engagements with me than I can sell you music. Because the consumer doesn't have to pay for music, they pay for a subscription. So the music itself becomes free. And I consult artists, I say, you have to think about consumer psychology. It's like water. Like water is actually free, but you buy the bottle. You buy the packaging of the bottled water. You pay $4 for a bottle, not for water. And so that's music now. It's free to the consumers because they are buying the bottle of subscription services. And so that does not, for independent artists, until you're getting multi millions of streams, it does not pay bills. So you have to have a business strategy that says, let me make sure that I connect with my audience in a way that they would want to come see me live, or they may want to buy my book when I write it, or they may want me to come speak at their engagement, a concert. So music is selling me.
Wow. Alvin, thank you for that, because I'm sure the number of artists that are watching right now. And sometimes you just need to, find that way into a new world of music business. That's what I call it. It's brand new. It's not the same.
It's not. And so but that has been what's kept me from deviating and being drawn outside of my personal convictions. I've found business models that can help me raise a family. And that's that's always been the core of my business model, is my promise to my family that I won't make a decision that will compromise my promises to you and to provide and take care of you. So no dream should exclude the sanctity of my family, right? So I have not gone in. I know I'm built real nice, but I hadn't started taking off my
Understood.
So what?
And the fact that, Alvin, that you're independent as well is that, like you said, you built your business model, to, like you said, how you package and how you present it, as opposed to a record company advancing an artist a certain amount. So now the artist is obligated to that record company. And if you don't produce the way they feel you should produce, we've heard the stories. All of a sudden, the contract, they just drop the mic, cut you off, and you on your own. You made an album, now you owe them money.
Absolutely. It's just banking. It really is banking. And I try to, like I said, because I do a lot of consulting. People say, hey, man, can you help me out? And I say, well, music business is nothing but really predatory banking. It's intellectual property. It's predatory bank. You go to the bank and they charge you 50% on the loan. You ain't going back to that bank, right? So for your intellectual property, you're telling a record label, give me $20,000, $100,000, and for the next 10 years, you own all of my intellectual property. That's a really bad deal. So I'm saying, why not build your business where you can go to the bank, get that loan or that line of credit for $100,000, go use it, build your business, go back, be your own bank. That's what I did. And I'm not knocking nobody that's searching for a label to make their dreams come true, but that's really bad banking for most of y'all. I'm just going, I banked on me. I went to the bank. Hey, here's my financials. Give me a line of credit so I can promote my music, and I loan to myself. That means I got to pay myself back. It has been a different type of business, but it's still based on record label principles. It's just banking.
Wow. Listen, we got to take a break, you guys. You don't want to miss any of our breaks. As we have already showed you guys, we've got a lot of surprises, hidden surprises given by this man who is teaching you. Just getting a little lesson on the music business. You don't want to miss any part of that show. On top of that, if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, please hit that share button. Please hit that share button, because I know that some of you guys have family members, or maybe family and friends of family members, who are looking and seeking to get into this music business. This will be our final show of our songwriters. So please, listen, guys, let's share the information, and let's get more educated on the business of music. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. We'll be right back.
See, now this is one of those old school blues. So we need everybody to put their hands together. It's time to get free.
watching. Do we know where the road's gonna end? Who are we following? Are we further than where we began? Who are we watching? Are we sure that they'll be a friend? Why are we hollering? Oh, no. That's not how we're gonna win. It starts in the heart. That's where the journey begins. It starts in the heart. That's where the pain will end. We'll never make it till we change directions. We'll only arrive there together. It starts in the heart. Oh yeah. It starts in the heart. Do you remember their dreams from long ago? They painted a picture of a future we're yet to behold. Our vision is blurry, and we're blinded by all the noise. We need an awakening. We've been sleeping for way too long, and it starts in the heart. That's where the journey begins. It starts in the heart. Yeah, that's where the pain will end. 'Cause we'll never make it till we change directions. We'll only arrive there together. Start in the heart. Oh, it starts in the heart. Oh, who is holding your hand? Who is holding your hand? Who are you lending your ear? You better be careful that you don't be led astray. It don't matter what they say. Don't be confused. It's lost in the heart, and that's where the journey begins. It's lost in the heart, and that's where the pain will end. Never make it till we change directions, and we'll only arrive there together. It starts in the heart. It starts in the heart.
Hey, this is Nolan Holloway, aka Mr. Scribe. Just letting you know that I have 3 books of poetry that's available on Amazon.com. So when you get a chance, go to Amazon.com, look up Nolan P. Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
I'm Dr. LaTrace Brookshire, and welcome to Ask the Good Doctor. And we are live here at the Essex Culinary Resort and Spa.
We're here at the Wellness Warriors Weekend, and there are wonderful local companies here representing products that are wellness-based.
Hi there, good morning. We just finished Water of Wellness. Enjoyed myself able to do movements that I could never do on dry land. I feel like I'm 20 again.
We got to relax and really breathe and really connect with our bodies, and I loved it.
Everything that this book is, it's your story. It's your story, it's your story, it's everybody's story. You must stand where there is darkness, we must find light.
It was Grandma who instilled in her that she must hold her head up straight.
If you've got to be 25 to 30 years old and you've not talked with a therapist, put the book down and go get a therapist.
Finding vision, compassion, authenticity, abundance, and legacy.
As the theme goes so far this evening, you gotta get that stuff out.
I consistently pause before I speak. I'm Dr. Wilma Hunt Watts, a podiatric physician and surgeon, also known as a podiatrist.
We're here doing a pain management clinic.
All of these skincare collections are designed to be mixed and matched, depending on what your skincare needs are.
Had a good time, energy, and I'm looking forward to doing it again.
And today we are doing Kitchen Warriors. At Kitchen Warriors, I actually prepare a meal, teach everyone how to make it, and then we sit down and eat it together. This is from outside. This is the whole farm to table concept here at the Essex.
The fruits of the Spirit have been reignited inside of me. So I'm walking out of here with my joy, with my peace, and my love. So I am a better mother, a better wife when I go back home.
This is Terrell Murphy. Get inspired with Level Up. Real talk that takes you higher.
You are listening to Level Up with Sisters of the Skies Incorporated.
Hey, this is Richard Shaw Jr. Make sure you're believing again. Also, level up. Check them out every Sunday.
Hi, this is Amos Johnson, pastor of Church for Entrepreneurs. Let's level up. Check them out.
Hey, this is Gina A. Townsend. I'm joining the Real Level Up with your host, Angie from the B and Mr. Scribe. Real talk that takes you higher every Sunday, live on Facebook and YouTube.
love for you won't drift away. Oh, yeah. I hear your voice. Boy, 'cause I know it's you. You shine my head. It no, I cannot say that I know your name. The memories in my heart now. I know it's you. Day after day, it gets hard for me to remember what I owe. But there is a capsule within my heart where all of the memories, all of the memory trend. Oh, that you're torn, but here's what thing to say. I know it's you. Don't be afraid. My love for you won't drift away. And you are here. I hear your voice. It fills me with joy. 'Cause I know it's you. I know it's you. That shine for you. And I know it's you. That shine. My love for you. It will remain. Oh, I cannot say that I know your name. The memories in my heart now. I know it's you. I know. Think you know what it means to me.
All right, we tried our best to that song with you guys. If it sounded a little distorted, it's something that we were trying our best. Mr. Alvin Garrett, we were trying our best to share that beautiful, beautiful song because I was able to hear it over the break, and I wanted to share it with the whole world. So, what we're going to ask you to do, you know, we're going to ask. You got to send it to us.
Oh yes, yes. Absolutely,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Beautiful song. Level Up Nation. If you guys had a opportunity to kind of hear it, if nothing else, you can find that on YouTube. And we will put up that link in our comment section so you guys can go ahead and check it out for yourselves. But wow, Alvin, wow, you're right. You needed tissue.
Yeah, yeah.
Two tissues, two.
Couple of tissues. So all I have to say, Alvin, I've known this for years, but you know, talented all the way around, brother. I mean, God has gifted you with so many talents, and your humility just supersedes that. So that's why we ask you and we beg you and really plead like, Alvin, come back to the show, because listen, Alvin, that's who we want to support. And, ever since you have graced us, let me just, okay, hold on. Let me give a little bit of history, Alvin, okay? Just a little bit to the Level Up Nation. Let me just say, Alvin and I go a couple of ways back, Level Up Nation. And I remember the first time I heard you, my sister gave me and she's like, Angie, you gotta listen to this artist. I'm like, who? Just a Few Cats. Alvin, I put that, and I think it was like a EPK. I think you guys were like giving it away at one of the festivals, right? Mm-hmm. Or you guys were probably selling it for like $5. I don't know. Anyway, she gave me this CD, ladies and gentlemen, and I have to say I put it in because I hear a lot, from artists, and I'm like, okay, it's just another artist she want me to hear. Alvin, when that music bellowed through my speakers in my car, I'm in my car. I'm like, who is this? Alvin, and I'm kicking myself because I moved from the house I was in when I first got it. Can't find the doggone CD. Where is my Just a Cat CD?
That was called Catastrophunk.
Yes.
Catastrophunk. And what's so funny is that was my very, very first album that I produced. Very first. And here's a little backstory to that, and I'm going to lead somewhere. When I left corporate America in 2002, my man Ruben Studdard was working at Books A Million. And so we were all in the same band, Just a Few Cats, doing weddings, kind of promoting our own shows, kind of dreaming at that point in time. So when I left corporate America the summer of 2002, he left Books A Million. He was like, let's do this together. And so we began to promote everything, Shortly thereafter, he goes off and wins American Idol. And everything changed. And so, the 205 thing blew up. They were making tons of money. And it was like, wow, everybody's capitalizing off of my best friend. The least we can do is make some music. You know what I'm saying? And we touring with him and all that kind of stuff. So I rushed, bought a bunch of studio equipment, and I started recording. And what the crazy part was, I didn't have the experience, and it took me so long, maybe like 2 years almost, to get that project done. And, in my mind, I was like, okay, my best dude, he famous now. He can just snap his fingers and everybody gonna love Just a Few Cats. Well, it didn't happen that way. You know what I mean? It didn't. And I say that, and that was 17 years ago. 17 years. Yes, 2004. Here it is, 2021. And I'm in a totally different place. Now I have the experience. Now I can look back at the 2004 Alvin and say, dude, be patient. Calm down. Just because somebody close to you is in a position God put them in, don't mean they can put you in a position that God put them in. God put them there. He can't do it.
Please speak that word. Please. Please say that one more time, Alvin. Please help somebody.
Just because somebody close to you is in a position God put them in, you can't expect that person to put you in the position that you want to be in, because God put them there. You can't expect that person to be God for you just because they've been blessed. And I did not understand that in 2004. And I was bitter that my career was moving so much slower than my friend. What? Right? I'm like, we together. But see, I didn't realize I was in a training program, a training and development phase where I needed to learn not to become a big star, but to become an institution, to learn how this thing works, because my path was not the same as his. So you cannot expect somebody with these little human hands to do something that is so big in the heart for you. So that's why we can't trust and depend on man. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that from personal experience, as much as he loved me, as cool as we were, there was nothing he can do other than give me a job, other than say, hey, this is my guy. He couldn't lift me to the heights that I'm at today. God had to do that. You know what I mean?
God.
So funny hearing about Catastrophe because it took me so long to get that album done because I didn't have the experience. I was just rushing, trying to catch up with the moment. But that was not my moment. That was not my time. And so it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. It took a while to get me to this point.
Wow. I still say, y'all go out and find that.
Oh, go get it. It's good. It's good.
Alvin, when I tell you, because just the way it came to me, because you know how it is out here with independent artists. They toss you stuff, and you don't. I didn't expect the quality, and I wore that CD out.
It's a good project. It's a good project. I got to go back in the archives and pull that out. Because to be honest with you, there were times I would listen to it and be ashamed of it, to be honest, because I would hear the lack of experience and I would be so hard on myself as a producer and a writer, say, but that's still that getting started, that starting point is a part of the testimony. It's a part of the story to say, hey, I tried, you know what I'm saying? I got started. I would not have gotten to these great songs and these great productions had I not gotten started back then. So
you needed to do that because, like you said, you wanted to get someplace fast. But now that you look back on it, that producing experience, songwriting, producing, and now being an artist as well, all those things blend together. So you're not just, because a lot of times in the music business, you're just an artist. So you got other people controlling other things that you're not aware of. You don't have that issue because, I got this, and I understand this. So therefore, I understand the whole process. And because I went through these different things, I'm not in the same place as you're going to be, because a lot of artists, as talented as they are, made certain choices along the way. And what happened to so-and-so, or why didn't there? Because it was all dependent, like you said, on man to make it happen when God should have been part of that whole process.
That's right. And everybody's journey is specifically theirs, just like their fingerprints, just like your vocal imprint. I mean, it's unique. Your voice is just one of them. You know what I mean? It's one unique voice. Nobody has the exact same voice. And so for me, my journey has been different than most. And I believe it's for a different, unique purpose. And I would never tell any other artist to go on my path. Don't do that. Don't try to replicate my journey when I get where I'm going. Don't look at like, wow, look at him. Let me spend the next 20 years of my life going through what he went. No, don't do that. Everybody's not meant to do the things that I've been gifted to do. Being able from raw talent to finished product, me, myself, from writing the song to producing the music to getting it ready for market to putting the live show together to performing the show. These are not things that everybody should even try to do. You know what I'm saying? But the process is yet the same. The mindset is yet the same. You have to have a vision and you have to have the endurance to see it through. Yes. Regardless of whether it means you get signed by a label or you're independent or you build a great team of people around you to fill in your talent gaps so that you can be strong as a unit. I had to learn to do things by myself. No pun intended. But that was the thing that prepared me to be able to be an asset to so many other people in so many other ways. So, I'm excited about my own journey because I know it's not just to be this famous artist. That's not my end game. It's bigger than that.
Yeah, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. And believe it or not, you'll have more impact on so many more people. And here's the other thing, Alvin. So many more people that you don't even know. That's the other thing that has been also given to me. You don't even know it. And a lot of times, I'm glad I don't know because it may overwhelm me. I'm just glad that, that Level Up, we have the platform to bring people to an audience that can hear you and your testimony and how things have come about for you. Real talk that takes you higher. But listen, we've got to take another break, you guys. And when we come back, we only got a few more moments with Mr. Alvin Garrett. So we are watching everything that you guys may want to ask during this time when we have our live show. But of course, this show will be up for replay. So anytime you guys are watching us on replay, don't hesitate to put a question or comment in there, because sometimes we do go back and see if there's any more questions and comments from the live show. You're listening and watching Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. We'll be right back.
Every time I see your face, there's something about you takes me away. Oh, your glow, you shine every day, right? Relaxing like we're in an oasis. Ooh, there's no fuss and no fight. There's no wrong, it's alright with you. So when I'm with you, girl, love. It's the light of love. Yeah, so delightful love. Take a flight of love. It takes me away. It's the light of love. It's so delightful love. It's the lightness of love. Oh, some call it cloud nine, but I prefer to call it your presence. Some say they falling in, but there's no tripping when you're in heaven. Oh, there's no fuss and no fight. There's no wrong, it's alright with you. So when I'm with you, girl, it feels like paradise. Oh, it's that look in your eyes lets me know. Sing, girl, I know that it's love. So delightful love, take a flight of love, that takes me away. It's the light of love, it's so delightful love, it's the lightness of love, and I see the light, so delightful love, take a flight of love, it takes me away. It's the light of love, it's so delightful. It's the light, it's the lightness of love. La 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 la. It's love. Oh, can't help me say la 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 la. Say it's love. It's the lightness of love. So
patiently. You turned to me and heard my cry. You rescued me from sinking sand. Now there's a song in my mouth, a melody of harmony with words from the heart, as we all do our part. Can you hear my humble cry? My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you. You are my brother. I hold your arms up when you're weak. I listen when you speak. Never hold you back. I'll meet you where you are. Giving all we've got. We'll walk in unity. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you.
Now can you hear me? Don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Can you hear me? And don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Can you hear me? And don't you fear me? If you can hear me, please come near me. Can you hear me? And don't you fear me? Please come near me. If you can hear me.
I won't harm you. I'll never turn my head away. I'll lift you up each and every day. We'll take each step on that road, building heaven here on earth for all mankind. A life with dignity. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you. Can you hear me? Hear my humble cry. My soul cries out with praise for you. Please come near me. Quench this thirst inside my soul, my spirit rejoices in you.
What about all the people? Can you hear me?
Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you tried, things just still go wrong?
Many times.
What do you do?
I let go and let God.
All I'm asking from you is to bump up our credit limit to where it was.
It's declined.
We're experiencing some financial hardships at the moment.
You have 6 days to make payment.
I can't believe this is happening.
You know, I never asked you to pray with me.
It's you and me. We got this. God wants to help you, Peter.
Excuse me?
But you're not letting him in.
I did once. Last time we spoke, you took a man away from me I loved dearly. From that day, I swore to take matters into my own hands. But I don't know what to do.
I know that you don't believe, but I will pray for you.
I love you so much.
Capimo.
It was a miracle. You believe in miracles?
Listen, if you need me, you call me.
All of the angels in heaven are rejoicing. You gotta know that everything is gonna be okay.
It's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. Everyone from A to Z.
Hey guys, vibe with Mr. Scribe on Level Up.
It's your girl, Dr. Monique Frazier, owner of Prestige Decor and More. Let's level up on Sundays. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Hey, this is Dr. Crystal of Kaleidoscope Counseling Center. Level up with me and Angie from the B. Every Sunday.
Hey, this is George Vincent of Heavenly Deposit and Enter the Diamond. Real talk that takes you higher. Level up. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone, if you are watching us on Facebook, head on over to The Real Level Up on YouTube. There, you can hit that subscribe button. That way, you will not miss another live show. All right, let's get right back into our conversation. In the studio, we have Mr. Alvin Garrett, Mr. Songwriter Extraordinaire. We were just sitting and having a great chat with Alvin regarding songwriting, because this is our Songwriters Month. What I do want you guys to realize and understand what we do here at Level Up, we are supporting that independent artist. So every last one of our breaks, we are highlighting and featuring one of our many independent artists. And Mr. Alvin, I gotta say, you're probably one of our number one independent artists, because I do have to say this for you. I love your video. Look, Alvin, you put together a video, and look, it looks like a high budget video to me now. Alvin, you have given to us quality. We can
I have a
definitely
question.
see hands, given to, like, you're not putting out nothing halfway. I'm gonna say it that way. Nothing halfway, and we totally appreciate it, and that's why we are supporting you 100% all the way through, Alvin. Since you've been on the show, we've been playing at least one, maybe two of your songs per show. Right, Mr. Scribe?
Yeah, I got a question though. High quality videos, the concepts and stuff, I'm enjoying that. But I gotta ask Alvin, that last video the one that he did, where did he get those shoes? The shoes at the end of the video, all you see is the camera pan down to the floor. He's walking the young lady out. But those shoes, I noticed, I said, when Albert come on the show, I gotta ask him. He might not tell because folks, you get a little territorial when it comes to their style. But those shoes, I can see myself rocking those, no doubt.
Well, I gotta give credit for those shoes from my stylist Cash. She's an Atlanta-based stylist. She's
okay.
been around that. So I wouldn't have a clue to tell you what kind of shoes those were or where you can find them. Now, what I will tell you is that they were a little too big, and we had to stuff them with lots of tissue to keep them.
That's part of it. But that's
part of the show business.
That's part of the process. But them shoes was rocking, my brother, no doubt.
Ooh, that's show business. I had to make them things look good, but them toes was like,
That's the behind the scenes, folks. You see, when you see the end product, you don't know what goes on behind to make that happen. It's hard work and sacrifice.
Taping up, button up, and look, we know. That's why we love you, Alvin. Real talk that takes you higher. Well, Alvin, listen, this is our last segment with you, today, and I just want to make sure that, people before we get into any more conversation, because we can be taken away with anything. I want to make sure that the audience know where they can find you. Are you doing live shows? Pandemic, but how is everything going for you in this pandemic?
Man, I've put out 2 albums. Well, technically 3. 2 albums and a deluxe version, which we're promoting now, the Lightness of Love Deluxe. So that video was from the first release of the Lightness of Love title cut. But we just added 4 new songs because we want to tour and promote and sing this great music live. So I just did my first open to the public event a couple of Saturdays ago, last Saturday to be exact. And I've been hosting my own productions and doing live streams, but it's been invitation only. And so we're actually reaching out, putting together a small Southeastern tour, talking to a lot of my friends and that I've dealt with over the years. We're going to be in Memphis this week at the Hard Rock Cafe. I'm going to be in Columbus, Georgia. On October 16th, Columbus, Georgia, going to be an outside event at their Columbus Civic Center courtyard. So starting to move around a little bit. You know what I mean? So everybody can follow me at alvingarrett.com or on social media at the Alvin Garrett. Not that Alvin Garrett. The Alvin Garrett on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to keep up with where I'm going to be. And hopefully, we can get Atlanta on the books. Alvin and the A is what we're going to call it, based on,
Y'all level up, right? Alvin and the A.
But of course, we want to be safe and trust that people who are engaging in public are doing so safely, either by wearing masks, being vaccinated, or however they choose to come back into public, do so safely and do so with respect for your neighbors. And so, of course, I'm making sure that I make good decisions for myself and my family, but we're encouraging everybody that's coming out to do the same.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Scribe. You going to say something?
Oh, no, absolutely. With this thing happening, we know we watch the news, we hear the stories and things of that nature. And again, transitioning, 2 people, one I knew directly, one I knew indirectly, both passed away from COVID after a short stint. It wasn't an elongated amount of time, a short stint, and they both transitioned and they weren't vaccinated. So I don't want to get into the debate about what the Lord gave us all wisdom. Right. And we all pray, not all of us pray, but we do pray. God will show us, this is what I need you to do to keep you and your family safe. So that's what like you said, Alvin, be safe, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and we see the condition of the world right now, and being believers, a lot of stuff, we may not understand it, but you read that word and it's in there. So
yeah. And I don't talk much publicly about my healthcare decisions, and that's what I really look at it as. But for I am a great man of faith, and I struggled with the decision of whether to get vaccinated or not. But I spent some time, went on vacation with my family, and my wife did it long ago, and I was hesitant, because I'm a healthy young man. I do my vitamins and boom, boom, boom. But I had to think about it, and my thought process was, whatever faith I have to protect me, and if I come in contact with the virus, would be the same faith I would need for any side effects of the vaccine. But at some point, if I leave my house and go out into the world again, I am going to come in contact with this virus at some point or another. Do I want to come in contact with it vaccinated or unvaccinated? Same faith, but I have 2 options. I can't run from it unless I hide in my house. And so I can't do that anymore. We trying to get back out here and get to living again. And so for me, that was my thought process, is how am I going to encounter this and not run from it? And it doesn't mean I've given up faith on God. It doesn't mean that. It means that I gotta have faith in both choices, period. And that was my way of finding peace with the decision to do that. And I know a lot of people struggle, but I just wanted to share my own personal thought process because I didn't want to feel like I was giving up on my faith. Because a lot
Right. No, absolutely.
the church is making it hard on people when it comes to this particular decision because they make it feel like you giving up on God. You ain't trusting in God.
It should be an individual decision.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's what I don't like about church when they don't leave people to their individuality in the decisions that they make. Right. You should look, because I'm not vaccinated, and I have my reasons why I'm not vaccinated.
Right.
And it's based on my personal choice.
Right.
And I'm not saying that because I'm not vaccinated, I'm not being responsible. I am. In a totally different way. I've gone naturopath, and my belief is that we have to we really have to look at what we're putting in our mouth, how much we are getting our rest, and you know what is going in, not just our mouth, because I've gone even beyond that. Our mouth, our nose, our eyes, our ears. What are we doing with that? That's my personal choice. And I'm not saying that people who are vaccinated, like you said, Alvin, you've given up on God. I don't do that.
It's just like salvation. Salvation is an individual choice. You can choose to follow the path, or you can choose not to. So this is similar to that. And each person, I'm not here to judge anybody. Whichever choice they make, that's their choice. I've made my choice, and we don't judge. That's not what that's not the position that we take. We're not supposed to judge.
That's right. And ultimately just remaining, just continuing to care for other people, somebody other than yourself. You know what I'm saying? So even, I still wear my mask in public. I still have the same caring lifestyle, regardless of what choice I made. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, for family, you know what I mean? And the pressures of, and a lot of people have, you have to look at that. But anyway, not to dive into that, because I said I would never take on any type one way or the other campaign for or against anything. It's just, hey, whatever you do, just keep someone other than yourself in mind. You know what I'm saying? That's my thought process.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to, we've got another 15 minutes with you, and I wanted my audience also to getting back to your videos and how you make a choice on which songs you make. Let me tell a little bit of background between Alvin and I. I get on Alvin's nerves, Neville, because he'll send me a song. Alvin, I want a video.
He said, you don't understand, Angie, to put this together, it don't just come together. You got to plan and get the cameras right, get the location, get the outfit, get this, get that. Hey, there you go. And folks, we'll do some things for you at no cost, but some folks want to be paid.
That's been my biggest struggle between Alvin and I. Like, Alvin, give me the video. I love the music, but give me the video. And only because
a lot goes into it. A lot
goes from a radio show to now a virtual talk show. So I just wanted to know. It might be just my own question. How do you make the decisions on what songs you do your videos? What's the thought process behind that?
Well, I haven't been one that's done tons of videos. I've just, I've not done a lot of them. But, here recently, like I say, you've played 3, I believe, today. And, it's tough because it takes a lot of time, and with the type of music I make, you can't just get out there and just, just jump around like a hip hop video and you just change and make a lot of flashing lights. It takes a little bit of thought and planning and processing. And so I have been making an effort to make more videos with my music, because for so long, people only heard my voice. Certainly with By Myself, I just this year released a video for By Myself, but the song came out in 2015. And
Wow.
to be honest, I couldn't afford it at the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
every idea I had for the video at that time just cost more than what I could afford. You know what I mean? So I spent whatever money I could come up with, I spent it on promotions, radio, and not radio promotion, advertisements, marketing, that type of thing. I spent my money on promotions, because at the time I just didn't have enough resources to get into a lot of music video production, and that's just where I was at the time. But I would encourage artists who are looking to promote themselves to get a good music video to go along with a really strong song so people can see who you are. And if I could talk to 2015 Alvin, I would say, hey, man, allocate a little bit of that money, even if it's just you sitting in a chair singing. Just let them see your face.
Let them see your face.
Let
Yes.
them see your face. So,
but Alvin, that's the knowledge that you can bring to the people that come to you that look for advice or they're beginning their journey. You've been through the journey. So as a mentor, look, if you do get some income, put this aside and think about doing this because you went through those times where you are now. So you could definitely help somebody else coming along.
absolutely, man. And yeah, that, and I'll tell you another reason I didn't. Can I share another reason I didn't do a music video for that one?
Come on.
But by myself, I originally released that as a duet with Ruben Studdard, because when I wrote the song, it was a solo record. He heard it and wanted the song altogether, but I couldn't let it go. So I compromised and said, well, I'll let you sing a verse on it. Because all radio and everybody was like, when they heard the song, they were like, yo, nobody knows you. Like, get somebody famous to sing your song. This is a hit. But I just couldn't give up on that one song. And I was like, nah, this is my song and it's not for everybody. And so when I put it out, I put him on it because I honestly doubted myself because I was like, nobody knows me, but they know him. And so everybody heard the song and couldn't hear his voice. They were like, why is Ruben's name on this song? We can't hear him. And so I was like, he's in the second verse. They like, nah, that's you. So everybody that played that song, radio, PD, that nobody could hear Ruben. And so in my mind, I was thinking, man, if I do a video and put him in the video, then they're gonna start calling me to get to him. They ain't gonna want me because now they'll see him. So I said, you know what? Since nobody hear him, why am I gonna spend money for people to only call me to get to Ruben Studdard? Or reject me if I can't bring him, right?
Gotcha.
So honestly, at that time, I was like, well, if they can't hear him, I'm just gonna get out here and show up and sing the song. Because last thing I would want is for people to say, oh, he know Ruben. And I went through a lot of that at the front part of my career. They're like, oh, they see you next to Ruben, they calling you to get to him. So this was sort of a moment for me to say, well, I gotta stand on my own by myself. And maybe they won't see my face right now, but they're gonna hear my voice. And at some point, when it's my time, they'll see my face. They will. And so a lot of people don't know that I went through that. You know what I mean? Trying to establish my own identity when you got a famous friend, you know what I'm saying? So
Well, see that too, Alvin. We've heard more public stories of groups like you just said. One person, oh, I'm decided to go solo because they want me to go solo and leave a group behind and all those different type of things. But for you to navigate through that, there's human emotions and feelings that come along with that. And like you said, maybe doubting, are they gonna know who I am or people approaching you in a phony kind of way. Well, I'm just approaching Alvin because I want to get to root and navigating through that. That's the human side. That's why we need our Heavenly Father to guide us through these different things. Because we try to guide ourselves, we know we're going to mess it up. But to have the wisdom and the discernment is not an easy thing because people's feelings get involved, their emotions, they look at you a certain way, they have certain feelings and that back and forth. But to navigate through that and come out on the other side is a testament to, hey, man, I'm praying, God guide me and direct me through this process because it can't be easy.
No, you're absolutely right. It wasn't easy. and it isn't easy, but it is. The stronger you get, the more experience you get, then it feels easier because you
Yes,
stay
I
in it
get it.
long enough to get the experience. And like we say in the church, you gotta squeeze to get the oil. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a little pressing to get the oil. And so I'm at that place now where I can talk for this long on an interview and have something of substance to say and give and share because I was pressed. I went through it and spent a little time being depressed because it wasn't happening fine, fast enough. So the smile is one thing that people know about me who do know my face. He's smiling. But I went through my moments of insecurity and challenging, wondering whether or not I should give up, wondering whether or not I'm being irresponsible trying to be an artist. You know what I mean? Because I even struggle with that. Like, is this even responsible when I can make money writing songs for other people and I can, play the bass, be in the background making money and come out front and start spending a bunch of it? Is this even a responsible dream?
Wow.
That was one of my challenges. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to push past even those questions in my own faith, right? And a lot of people aren't honest about that. Is my faith responsible? No, it's not. It ain't faith.
And
If
people
it's
out there listening, people out there listening, listen to what he's saying. Here's a talented musician that could have gone in a lot of different directions, but made the decision to become an artist, but had that background thing about it too. And what the struggles are. People think that all of a sudden he just popped out of nowhere making these videos. See, there was a long process to go with it. So
All
anybody
right.
that's listening to our show today, listen to what he's saying and get the knowledge from what he's saying.
That's right. That's right. It has not been easy, but man, I'm telling you, I'm grateful. I would not change a thing. I wouldn't. I would not. And when people say, "Man, what would you do different?" I said, "Not a thing," because I
Come
wouldn't be
on.
this guy. You know
Come
what I
on.
mean? I would not be this guy if I had done it differently. And I said this one thing, and I'll turn it back over to you, Miss Angie. I said, some doors that are being shut in your face may have been doors you should have been closing behind your back. You know, so the doors that are being shut in your face should have been doors you were closing on your way out, right? And so oftentimes God will make sure those doors get slammed because you won't willingly close them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Absolutely.
I can look back over my life and my journey and see a lot of slammed doors and say, "Oh, I should have been the one just closing them, but I was a little stubborn." So,
But now you understand when that door was shut, now you understand why it was shut. And that's
absolutely.
the beauty of it is, did you learn from it? When that door slammed in your face, now years later, man, I'm so glad that door was standing in my face, because had I walked through that door, I would not be where I am right now. So
There you go. There you go.
Oh, I've got plenty of moments like that too. And yes, I took
absolutely.
it back saying, whew, oh my goodness. Well, Alvin, I want to thank you so much for, spending some time with us and, laying out some nuggets, especially for those who will be watching this, even in replay. Listen, Level Up Nation, if you are watching this, whether this is live or whether this is on replay, please hit that share button. I know that you know someone who knows someone who needs a little bit of these nuggets in their lives so that they can continue to be the person and the people who they are for God. That's what we're all about here at the Real Level Up. Real talk that takes you higher. Listen, you guys, we are on a new time. Yes, the Real Level Up is now 3 to 5, and that's what we're going to be doing from this point forward. So we are leveling up as we continue to bring you more and more shows that God has laid on our heart, and we love doing what we're doing. Alvin, thank you so much. Do you have any parting words for our viewing and listening audience?
Well, thank you all for having me, and I am grateful. And in the interest of leveling up, right? Um, I just want to encourage everybody, like you say, real talk. And that real talk is that conversation you have, not only with God, but that person in the mirror. That person in the mirror. You're speaking truth to yourself, but also having someone else in your life who you listen to who will speak truth to you. Because real truth is found in having someone in your life who not only hears from God, but can give you a perspective from eyes you do not have, right? And that you only have partial truth, because no man or woman can be omniscient. No man or woman can be omniscient. We have to have somebody in our circle, in our corner, who's willing to be honest and unfiltered with us, so we can have a greater understanding of who we are, right? And so I encourage everybody to, number one, look in the mirror, have real talk with yourself, but have somebody in your life who will have real talk with you as well, because that is the only way to level up.
Thank you, Alvin. That's what's up. Well, listen, Mr. Scribe, you have any parting words before we end?
I think Alvin said it all right there. Transparent, upfront, real level up. Conversation that takes you higher. You got to have it with yourself, and you got to have people in your life that's going to tell you the truth.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this this show, an abbreviated show, but, listen, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell another friend that we are here each and every Sunday from 3, now at 5, from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, we love you. We mean it. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific. Please hit that share button on this live show. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angie from the B. We'll see you next week with another live show. We love you. We mean it. Take care.
You think by now we'd be through with this? You think by now we'd have this thing figured out? This one hurts a little different. Oh, something's different this time. Oh, yes it is. Something's different this time. Oh, I know there's something different this time. This time. Oh, something's different this time. Maybe it's the way the tears are falling down. They're falling a little harder this time. Yes, they are. And this time they fall from your eyes. Maybe it's the way. Maybe it's the way that we all feel so breathless this time around. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is something's different this time. There's something different this time. Yeah. Something different this time. Yeah. Something is different this time. Oh, yes, it is. Maybe a change will come. But people are hurting. People are burning inside. Inside. Wondering why this keeps happening. Why this keeps happening. Oh, why? I ask you why. It takes so long to should only save lives. Ooh, something's different this time. I believe in my soul. Something's different this time. Something's different. Something's different this time. Yeah. Something's different this time.
Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy.
My G, coming through the crowd raw, big dog. You don't really wanna feel these claws. See, God loves me anyway, despite these flaws. So I gotta get a little buck while yeehaw. My God giving y'all the blessings, so I never tap out. No time for stressing. I'm confessing that I'm still learning lessons. When I get knocked down, get up stepping, cause I know how my blessings flow. Started from the crown down to the tiptoe. Holy Spirit, you don't wanna miss this flow, cause I'm talking about you and the whole trio. The Father's on top and they call me mijo. For my Latino, just Jesucristo. My God's bilingual, so if you didn't know, I'ma speak English, mi amigo.
Make sure you keep that same energy. 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 Make sure you keep that same energy.
Somebody tell me whose man's is this? Flip flop, they crisscross, wanna jump and they plotting the whole twist. Well, hey, Mr. Big Stuff, now tell me who you think you are. Call Gene Knight, cause you know you're dismissed. I got a lot of enemies, they draining my energy, but telling my energy is inside of my energy. If I'm at a dead end, I'm counting on real friends, the type that will help you and open the Red Sea. Never make a promise that you can't keep. Nobody really likes to bluff, that's a wedge so deep. If you're gonna repent, then I suggest an upkeep. And if that energy drained, then throw away the whole scene. Sometimes you gotta cut the cord to keep moving forward, to be a valuable piece within this gaming board. What's done in the dark is brought to the light, it's heads or tails. So tell me how you call it, alright? Listen, hot or cold, ain't no man in the middle, cause if it gets spit out, ain't no stopping this riddle. You're headed on a dead end, on a one way. I know you see the sign, read it what the Lord say. On a periodic table, I'm an element, and me and Kai got a chemistry. So next time you ever think about attacking me, well,
make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy.
I'm living for God for real. I go fishing for real. I'm like a Navy SEAL, toting that Pelican bill. I'm just a kid full of Skittles, no riddle, it's simple. I level with all of my energy, I get empty. In the forefront, I'm up on my tip. I think I saw Jesus in my dreams. Oh, you don't believe, oh, that's sweet, honey, please. I get hyped through the night, oh, my energy gon' spike. Oh, I think I see the light.
Make sure you keep that same energy. 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 Energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Energy.
Hello, my name is Rodney Damon Collins. I'm an actor, producer, author, and speaker. I'm excited to share my first book entitled Shattered: A Journey Through the Pieces. I wrote this book because there are millions of people like me in this world who are searching for purpose while navigating emotional distress. This book is for anyone who wants to be the producer of their own life. The reader will be encouraged to know that if they, 1, keep God first, 2, learn how to make peace with the pieces in our lives, and finally 3, never deter from your dreams, that you will see your purpose fulfilled. I love you, and go grab this book on Amazon.com. Shattered: A Journey Through the Pieces.
Using Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. Rain has an innovative design that is made with a strip infused with Nobel Prize-winning material, graphene. The infused graphene strip may provide various health benefits that potentially help relieve painful abdominal cramps, help balance the body's pH, help eliminate harmful bacteria, help with aroma, help fight fatigue, boost metabolism, boost immune system. Graphene moves heat away from your core and contains vibrational energy. In this test, we will add water to the graphene strip and then place a 7-watt light bulb onto the strip to demonstrate the level of energy contained. These medical claims have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All results may vary. Protect the most precious jewel in the world, you. For more information, contact the person who referred you to this video. Rain is exclusively designed by Jewel Sanitary Napkins, LLC.
Nothing excites me more than to see children read the books that I illustrated and helped bring to life. You know, it's the process from start to finish, and you know, at the finish line, you see the children smiling and excited and sharing the stories with other children about, you know, an image or a book that they read. Another thing that gives me joy is working with new and upcoming writers, people who have all these stories that they want to tell and, you know, things that they want to share with the world, you know, just like, you know, me wanting to express myself as an artist and, you know, share my expressions. You know, people are doing the same thing with their stories, and to help, I feel like I'm helping making their dream come true.
Hey, this is Nolan Holloway, aka Mr. Scribe. Just letting you know that I have 3 books of poetry that's available on Amazon.com. So when you get a chance, go to Amazon.com, look up Nolan P. Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
In every way, let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak.
What's up? It's your boy Fred Jones. Let's level up on Sunday. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Yo, level up, real talk that takes you higher with your boy Mike Jeezy.
It's Dr. Robert Frazier, CEO of Silk Educational Consulting, and it's time to level up.
Hey, this is Miguel Nunnery of Babies and Beards. Keep it locked right here as we level up, giving a voice to the unvoiced, where real talk that takes you higher. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
The broadcast of Facebook Live has stopped.